Okay, so in this video, we're going to show you how to use space syntax as a way of measuring. In this case, we will be looking at areas of Swinburne University that don't get enough traction, kind of the hidden points of Swinburne, and then using this, it will show us through a heat map where these areas are. First, we'll start by, on this page, I'll add the link in the description, but this website basically tells us the step-by-step on how to do this analysis, and it's also giving us links. We're going to use this DepthMapX link, so we can just go ahead and click on it. It will then take you to this page where we continue following the prompts to download. So you can then click this link. This link will then lead you to a series of files to allow you to download the depth map. So we're going to go with the DepthMapX 0.50, the Windows zip file. So you can just click on that one and it will start to pop up here and start downloading. Now that it is downloaded, we are just going to open the file. Great, so these will be our downloads. From here, we're just going to extract the file and then save it so we can then open it to run the program. So I've created a file called space syntax already, where I'm going to select this folder and extract it into there. Now that we have extracted the file, we're going to go to this folder and then down to the application type here and double click, where it will then open up our DepthMapX, where we can press OK. And then just enlarge to full screen. And this will be the program we'll continue to use to run the simulation. So here is the DepthMapX interface. We will be using mostly tools under visibility. These will become usable once we have uploaded the DXF file. And then simple settings like file and edit. Here we will use this to then upload the DXF. So I will now show you how we can start the mapping. Okay, so this is how we're going to run the simulation. So firstly, we're going to go to File, New, and it will pop up this new map view. And then from here, just going to Maps, Import. And this is when we can import the DXF file. Refer back to video 1 if you need to see how to convert files to a DXF. That will all be shown there. So we're just finding the DXF file and then you just click on it and open, and it will start to import into this view. And here you can see it here. Okay, now that we have imported the DXF, we're then going to go to Tools, Visibility and Set Grid. Then in order to measure this map, we have to go to Tools, Visibility and Set Grid. This will allow the grid to be broken up into areas that we can use. Okay, so you'll have to play around with grid sizes. Because of the size of the area we are wanting to analyze, a spacing of 2 will be good, because the grid is what breaks up the spaces, and then that is what is helped to create the gradient. So you want to remain accurate with depending on the size of the site you're analyzing For this case, 2 works well. It tends to cover all the areas with enough detail so we can get an accurate analysis. It doesn't overload it. So we'll go with 2. Here you can see the grid, and I'll also mention this index panel begins to tell you the moves you're making on the file. So you can just see we have added this map. So if we can turn it on and off, but this is the map. And as we scroll in, you can see it's kind of covering each of the areas. Now that we have got the grid, you will see there is this toolbar, and we are going to click on the paint bucket, and this will allow us to select the region we want to analyze. We are analysing the roads and the footpaths around the buildings, as this is going to tell us the inactive areas, which is what we're looking for from this type of analysis. It can be used, this analysis can be used in other ways, but for this particular project, we looked at how it can be used to inform us of inactive areas within Swinburne that we can then direct our energy in activating. So with that being said, just going back to that paint bar again, we are going to tap the areas that are the roads and the outer parts. So there you go, and you can see in grey that it has selected the areas outside of the building. From here, we then go to Tools, Visibility, Make Visibility Graph, and then this will do that analysis for us. You can just go ahead and press OK, and it will then run the analysis. It can take a few minutes, but isn't too long because the site isn't as big as you can go. And then here you go. Here is the space syntax map that has been generated. You can see the darker blue areas are the areas that we are looking for. There is inactive areas based off this syntax map. And you can then upload as many as you need. You can also go ahead and save files. There is that option, and then that is how you create a syntax map using DepthMapX. Thank you for listening.